Hi everyone, today I am going to tell you a beautiful short story from Adi Parva Mahabharata. Well, this one is a lesser known story, so I thought that I should share this story with all of you, and the name of the story is Who Was Draupadi? So let me begin. When King Drupada got the correct information about all these five Pandavas, he called Yudhishthir and all the five Pandavas, even to Kunti also. Kunti, Lord Krishna, everyone. He called and then uh, he had a conversation with Yudhishthir. And he was very delighted that Arjun owned Draupadi because that is what he wanted. So when he asked King Yudhishthir that, Yudhishthir, at least I am very happy that Arjun will marry Draupadi. Then Yudhishthir told him, ki, O king, as per our mother's command, we all five are going to marry her. Hearing his words, King Drupada was a little bit shocked. He couldn't believe that how can one girl will marry to five persons, that too, five brothers will have one wife, common wife. That he didn't like. Means, as per the rule, as per the scriptures, it was not there. So he argued ki, oh, Yudhishthir, you are a man of moral, virtues, and everybody knows that you are the follower of dharma. You never told any lie, and how can Draupadi be the wife of five brothers, five persons? That is what I can't think about it. Draupadi told him. Then he said, कि as per the scriptures, I heard that a man had so many wives, but one lady, I never heard that so many husbands. So, as the follower of dharma, you should think and do not do any sinful act. When Drupada said this, Yudhishthir said, O king, I never tell lie, neither any wrong words will come to my tongue. I never utter any wrong words. So, as per the scriptures, I am telling it is okay, and we five brothers will marry. One after another will marry Draupadi. Then Drupada was in a dilemma. He didn't approve this idea. He agreed that if you want, oh Yudhishthira, if you want, you can marry. Or if Arjuna wants, he can marry anybody. But how come at a time five brothers will marry one woman? That is what he was worried. Anyways, at that time, Vyasadeva came there. Vyasadeva can move anywhere. He was wondering. So he appeared there and told ki, oh Drupada, there is nothing wrong if Draupadi will marry to all these five Pandavas. Then immediately Drupada said, but oh Rishi, you know all the scriptures. You are an expert, but how can you say like this? Then Vyasadeva said, I will tell you alone, means not in the presence of everybody. I will tell you alone who was Draupadi and why she is going to marry all these five Pandavas. Thus she held Drupada's hand and took him inside the palace to a chamber. And the rest of the fellows, they sat on that place only. Now Vyasadeva said, O Drupada, once upon a time, Yamadev was doing a sacrifice in Naimisharanya. While he was doing, he was totally engrossed with his sacrifice. At that time, there was no death on the earth. So all the devas, they were very much scared. They are afflicted with the increasing number of humans. So they came to Lord Brahma and said, O Lord, what can we do? Now we have become mortal and the mortals has become immortal. Means all the number of humans are increasing in such a speed that we cannot do anything. There is no death at all. Then Lord Brahma said, look, now Yamadev is busy in sacrificial yajna in Naimisharanya. And that is why he is the death rate is decreased. Don't worry, when his yajna will be over, in a mass number he will kill the people. Thus he consoled them. Then all the devas, they came to Yamadev. When they came there, they saw that Yamadev was he was very much busy. That time, suddenly Indra saw a golden lotus that is flowing in the river Ganga, means Godavari, means Ganga. Then he followed that lotus. He was very much surprised. Where from this golden lotus is coming? He followed that, and where from the Ganga is coming, from there he saw a beautiful lady was taking her bath. And she was weeping. The moment her tears fell on the ground, that transformed into a golden lotus. So he was surprised. Then he came to that lady and said, "Oh beautiful lady, why you are weeping? And how your tears are transforming into golden lotus? Who are you?" Thus when Indradev asked her, she said, "Well, come with me, I will tell you." And Indra followed her. She then went to the peak of the mountain Himalaya. There Indra saw that a beautiful young man with a beautiful lady whose beauty cannot be compared with anyone. She was sitting and they both were engaged in dice game. Then Indra looked at him and he said, "Hey, don't you know that I am the Lord of the universe? What for you are playing here?" Then he waited for a moment. He saw that the man was not paying any attention. Then he got very angry. Once again Indra shouted, "Hello, I am the Lord of the universe. What for you are playing here?" When he said this, that man just looked at him with anger, means he gave a angry look. The moment he looked at him, he became completely numb, means he was paralyzed. He stood there only. And you know who was that man? He was no other than Lord Mahadeva, and he was playing the dice game with Devi Mata Parvati. So Lord Shiva looked at him angrily because he disturbed him. Then he said, ordered that lady, "Oh, lady, just bring him here to me." As that lady, celestial lady, the other lady who was weeping, when she touched him, immediately Indra fell down on the ground. Now she helped him to stand and brought him near Mahadeva. Now Lord said, "O Indra, how dare you to address me like that? And just right now you move this stone, huge stone was there. Move this stone and enter into it." As he said, and by that time Indra was trembling like a leaf in the storm. And he just, out of fear, he removed that stone, and he saw that inside that another four exactly like him were there. Then he said, "Oh Lord, who are they?" "They are just like you, and they behaved in the same way, and that is why I asked them to stay there. And they were the previous Indras, so you enter there." As Lord Mahadeva commanded him like that, he was terrified and joined his hands and went on chanting the hymns of Lord Mahadeva. But Mahadeva said, "Look, whatever it is, you have to enter into that, and in your next birth, all of you, 5, you will take your birth on earth as human beings, And then you will, after doing many good or bad deeds, then according to your merits, you will be back to this celestial region. You will get back here in the region. As Lord Mahadeva said this, then Indra, the other four, they also cried, and Indra said, "Oh Lord, at least my portion this time I will give, and forgive me for my mistake." Now the other four Indras, previous Indras, those who were there, they said, "Oh Lord, at least Yamadev, Bayu, Aswini Kumar, and Indra, they should be our father, and we would, the mother who would give us birth will be a pure lady, celestial lady." Thus, Lord Mahadev agreed to their request, and this way, all the five Pandavas, they were born to Kunti from all these five gods, not the five Pandavas, as you know, Yudhishthir, Bhim, Arjun from Kunti, and from Aswini Kumars, Nakula and Sahadev. This was their previous act, because of which they were not normal human beings, they are celestial persons. Vasudev told this story to Draupadi king. Then again he said about Draupadi. Draupadi was a daughter of a very great sage, and she was doing hard penance in the forest because she didn't get any proper husband. Then she was worshipping Lord Shiva. When Lord Mahadeva was extremely pleased, he appeared before him and asked her to ask a boon. That time, that girl asked, she was so excited, she asked Lord Mahadeva to give her a husband who should be completely, every quality must have with him. That is what she asked. That too she asked for 5 times out of excitement. At last, when Mahadeva granted her boon, he said, "Oh lady, you will get 5 husbands in your next birth." Then she said, "Oh Lord, what will I do with the 5 husbands?" Then Mahadeva said, "They will be, they will be 5, but their mind, soul, everything will be one. And remember, you asked me 5 times. That is why you will get 5 husbands." There is no doubt that they are 5 different bodies they have, but their mind, soul, everything is one. Don't worry. Thus, your daughter Draupadi is from the sacrificial yajna, and she is also a celestial lady. She got the boon like this, so there is nothing wrong if she will marry all the 5 Pandavas. As Vasudev said this, then King Drupada joined his hands, bowed down his head, touched the feet of Rishi Vasudev and said, "Oh Lord, if you are saying this is to be done, then there is no doubt that Draupadi will marry all the 5 Pandavas." This much is the story, and once again I will tell you some other story which is lesser known to all of you. Thank you so much. And yes, if you have time, you can visit thegulpa.com. At least the stories I have already said, I have written those stories. But one thing, writing is definitely better than the story. I mean, what I am telling, my writing is, I think, better. Anyways, thank you so much.